Welcome to Art of Metaspace. For the next 5 minutes, let the landscape become a question. Philosophy often begins where ordinary certainty becomes quiet. We look at a sky, at a line of mountains, at light moving across water, and something in us pauses. The world is not asking us to solve it immediately. It is asking us to notice that we are here. Most of life trains the mind to move quickly. Answer the message. Chase the task. Protect the image. Measure the result. But beneath that motion there is a slower intelligence, the kind that does not shout. It waits behind the breath. It watches the horizon without demanding that the horizon explain itself. The ancient philosophers understood that wisdom is not the same as information. Information fills the mind. Wisdom changes the way the mind holds what it knows. It teaches us to stand inside uncertainty without turning away from it. It teaches us to ask better questions. What is worth wanting? What is real beneath appearance? What kind of life would still feel meaningful if no one applauded it? When we look at a landscape, we meet time in a form larger than our plans. A stone does not hurry. A river does not argue with its own path. The evening does not need permission to become night. These things are not passive. They are practicing a different kind of strength, the strength of being fully what they are. Human beings suffer partly because we live in more than one world at once. There is the world of sensation, touch, color, sound, weather. And there is the world we build in thought, memory, fear, ambition, regret, imagination. Philosophy is the bridge between these worlds. It asks us to see where thought serves life, and where thought begins to imprison it. The self, too, is a landscape. It has bright valleys and hidden weather. It has places we visit often, and places we avoid because they change the story we prefer to tell. To know yourself is not to reduce yourself to a label. It is to become patient enough to observe your own mind without immediately defending it. That patience is rare. It is also powerful. A person who can pause before reacting has already found a small freedom. A person who can question a desire before obeying it has begun to reclaim their attention. A person who can sit with silence without filling it has discovered that emptiness is not always absence. Sometimes it is space becoming available. The modern world often treats meaning as something we must manufacture. But maybe meaning is also something we must become quiet enough to receive. It appears in care, in craft, in friendship, in the honest completion of small duties, in the courage to tell the truth gently, in the willingness to keep becoming when no final version of the self has arrived. Philosophy does not remove suffering from life. It gives suffering a wider room. It reminds us that pain is real, but it is not the whole of reality. Loss is real, but so is love. Confusion is real, but so is the capacity to begin again. We are not only the storms that pass through us. We are also the sky that can hold them. As the light changes over this imagined world, consider your own horizon. What are you walking toward? Which burdens are truly yours? Which voices have you mistaken for your own? And what would become possible if you gave your attention back to the present moment, not as an escape from life, but as the only place life has ever actually touched you? The question is not whether the universe will hand us a perfect answer. The deeper question is whether we can live beautifully while the answer remains unfinished. To live philosophically is to walk through the open mystery with honesty, humility, and wonder. Thank you for watching Art of Metaspace.